Academy Award-winning actor, producer, and director Robert De Niro. He joins us now by phone. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. What do you think the rebuttal is that Americans need to hear to this president's State of the Union?
Well, the rebuttal, I don't know what rebuttal there should be until we hear what he says, if that's what you're asking. We kind of know what it'll be, but we have to wait for what he actually says. And we have to sit through it and maybe fall asleep through it and then get up and whatever, go through all the nonsense. Then nonsense. I'll have something to say about, as everyone will, about what he said, because it'll be, I don't see why it would be any different from things that he's done before. So it'll be pretty stupid and idiotic and repetitive and just nonsense, and anything that he can sell to the people out there in the Midlands or whatever, if they buy because they only hear his voice. But, it's not going to mean, well, it will mean something, but we don't want it to really mean much more than just whoever his intended audience is. But the reality is the people, the majority, I have to think, of this country will say, we've had enough. We've had enough of the nonsense. He's a clown, and we've had enough of the nonsense with all the pundits who want to speak for him and this and that, even against him. Come on, we're at a point where we got to get rid of this idiot, and we got to get down to having someone who really can run the country. Period. That's all I have to say.
Mr. De Niro, can I just note that I do think a lot of people agree with you, Simone. I do think people do think that we have had enough, but I think it's important that you and others are speaking out, because it buoys, it encourages, frankly, the people who have been in the streets all over this country since the president has been reelected, who don't have the platforms that you have. And so,
well, I would hope that that's right.
Yeah.
I would hope that that's right. Period. That's all I have to say. I would hope that that's right, because we're in a state of lunacy. This should never be happening in this country. This guy should never even have been allowed to run for president. He's unqualified. Period. We all know that. So we're dealing with a fool, a clown, who's brought the rest of the circus into the White House. So we're dealing with it. But
I was going to say, Mr. De Niro, it's Michael Steele. You said when it comes to resistance against Trump, there is no easy way. And I agree with you, and I agree with your sentiment expressed this evening in words and ways that I can't even begin to acknowledge.
Well, you've been saying it your own way pretty well.
Don't get him started, Mr. De Niro.
We're all in the same boat. This is insanity, and we gotta straighten it all out. Period.
What gives you hope?
So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was going to say, what gives you hope when you see a moment like tomorrow night, and what comes after that as we begin the election cycle for the control of our House and our Senate, the Congress, starting next Tuesday night when primaries begin? Yeah.
I don't use the word hope anymore. There is no hope. I hope with Mullen. I hope with this. I hope with voting. I hope with that. We're done with hope. It's about getting rid of this idiot, period. And we all know what it is. Getting rid of him. And the independents or whatever voters realize that this is not their guy. Hello. Finally, you realize that, because the guy's the biggest con artist that there's ever. I mean, this is a joke that we're even talking about him. He should have been out of the running years ago. And thanks to Mitch McConnell, who saved him in the second impeachment, it's a joke. And Mitch McConnell will have to live with that for the rest of his life, knowing how he allowed this fool to actually try to maybe topple our government. And I don't want to use the word hope, because there can't be hope. We will vanquish. We will get rid of this guy. But it's mind-boggling.
All right.
That I don't know if I'm saying what you want to hear, but I'm saying
sir, like me, you got it right, baby. You got it right. You're good.
Michael, if I can just add one thing, and I won't count on Bob to say this, but I know that Donald Trump cannot handle it, that Robert De Niro criticizes him. And when Mr. De Niro gives a rebuttal tomorrow night at State of the Swamp, it's going to drive Donald Trump crazy.
Probably more than anything else.